Alright, so I got my flashlight on and going for the 33-gallon long. This tank is 4 feet long, I think 18? No, it's like a foot tall and a foot wide. So it's a good, really good dimensions for breeding dwarf cichlids. You don't want to put discus or anything, or angelfish, something like that in this tank. But Apistogramma, Discrosis, the checkerboard cichlids. I think pikes might work in this tank, dwarf pikes, and Microgeophagus, Belvicochromis. Those guys will do really well in something like this. It's not too tall, so you don't have to spend a lot of money on a really tall tank. This is gonna cost a lot less than a 75 would, or 55, which are both 4 feet long, but have really regular shapes compared to this. But it's a really nice tank. You don't have to spend too much money on a tall tank where they're not going to go to the surface in the first place, and they all stay on the bottom anyway, so they never really know that there's more up here. There could be more up here. But here's a female caring for another brood. She spawned last week, and now she's got a free swimming fry. You can see him on her, like the bottom right of her. This is another metallic blue wild cockatoides. Let's see if I can get a better shot. Yeah, there's nothing better than a brood carrying dwarf cichlid. I don't know why, but they just look so much better when they're caring for the broods. They're also a lot more aggressive, so be careful with that. I'll talk on dither fish and target fish in another video. But she bred in that caves, and you just saw her clear out that guy. But let's see, that's why you need target fish. You get so mad. But back on target. She bred in that cave over there. It is a cactus pot with a cactus pot on top of it that I kind of etched out part of the surface with a hammer. I didn't crack it. I just kind of kept picking at it little by little, and then got that. And she really likes that. It's got a nice, it's got some sand in the bottom, some mulm and stuff. So it's good for spawning. It's a nice and clean pot in there. Here's the male I was talking about earlier. Here's the dominant male in here in this tank. Ever since I took out the other one, even himself has been coming out a lot more. I don't know why, but I guess he just feels less threatened or something. But yeah, having more than one male in a 4 foot long tank with I don't know how many females in this tank, it's a good idea, but just make sure you have a lot of cover, or else the subdominant males are not going to be able to spawn, and they're just going to die because they'll be too stressed out. I have a lot of juvenile males in here that aren't actually mature enough to spawn yet. You can see back there, there's one. There's a bunch of them back there right now. I don't know why they all congregated right there, but having them in the tank as dither fish or target fish really helps out too. There's my phone telling me I'm about to die. So I don't know what is up with these females, but when you have a tank like this, you can see how I divided it into 3 sections. So there's one, it's like 3.5 sections, where there's one main section there, cutting off right there with that driftwood going over, and then there's a area back there. So there's nice hiding spots, and then middle section right here, and then the last section over here. Any female that tends to spawn in the middle section, if you have target fish that are also cichlids of the same species, for some reason they tend to move them into somewhere that's more open. As you can see, there's a bunch of peat moss and leaves and stuff right in the middle. So she spawned in there. She kept them around there for 2 days, and then after those 2 days, when they could really swim well, the female always moves them over here. I have no idea. It's probably because it's more open. This driftwood almost reaches to the top of the tank, as you can see right there. And and it's almost the full length of the tank. Let me get a top shot. So it's like only, what, this and that. There's maybe 2 inches that they can get around the driftwood, and it's easier for her to make an outpost and defend. Oh, here's the mail again. Still skittish, oh well. But yeah, have a nice open area for the females to defend their fry. Again, something I'll get into later. Big sponge filter. Already talked about that. A lot of caves. A lot of caves. Let's see, there's one. There used to be one in that corner. In this corner, the driftwood has like 5 caves in each piece of the driftwood. That cave back there, cave back there. The sponge connected to the cave. So yeah, I've got a lot of caves in this tank, plus caves that they can make on their own by digging underneath rocks and driftwood and other caves. But caves are important for pistos, Pilvicochromis, I think Discrosis spawning caves. I've heard of what am I thinking? Microgeophagus, Ramirezi, and Alspitosa. I'm butchering the name, but the Bolivian ram spawning in caves. I mean, obviously they spawn on the bottom of a cave, but they still spawn in a cave. So caves are important for dwarf cichlids, pike cichlids, angels and discus, and what am I thinking? Theorchis, Miki, the firemouth cichlid, fish like that. They all spawn on substrate. I don't know why they evolved to do that, but oh well. So yeah, there's 33 long.